Hello, my name is Tara Jensen with Joy in the Mountains, and I'm very excited today to do this free session for you and for your children. It's back to school time. My kids went back today. It's very exciting. And I know with going back to school, there can be some anxiety, some worry, some fears pop up for children as they head back into that new space with new teachers, new friends. And some of those fears come back up about homework and being able to accomplish everything that they want and feeling smart. Kids that have attention deficit get a little anxious about going and being stuck in a classroom and having to sit still for so long. So I wanted to offer you just a free energy session where we can help clear some of the energy and the fears and let go of some of that fear and anxiety so that the kids just have a great start going forward for school. Okay, so if you're not familiar with energy work, it's pretty amazing. I absolutely love it. But it's just kind of tapping into the subconscious mind and finding out what those limiting beliefs are and asking them to leave, clearing out the garbage, and getting kind of our body and spirit back into sync. And I use a lot of positive affirmations. So once we clear that negative energy out, then we're putting back in some positive, yummy affirmations that help us to move forward. So what we focus on expands. So if we're focusing on the good stuff, that's what will start, coming into our life. So I want to just do this quick session so that you can see what it's about. And just, I always start with intention. So my intention with this is to help you, as well as your children, to just have a great school year, for them to be connected to their teachers, to be connected to learning, to feel calm, to feel peace, to really, to feel a connection to friendship, and just to the school experience, like to enjoy learning. Okay, so that's my intention. What you can do is set an intention for yourself as well and for your children, for whatever things that you know that they deal with. Just set that intention, and as we follow the energy, things will be cleared. So kind of what I'd like to start out with is just getting a feeling for the whole group of what needs to be cleared first. So as I'm thinking of the entire group, I just kind of get a visual in my mind of what it is. Feels like we need to start with the heart chakra. So there's a lot of limiting beliefs that are stuck here over the heart of not being good enough, not fitting in. So let's just take a deep breath and release those fears. Release that fear of not fitting in and not being good enough. So energy is released on the vapor of a breath. So you just take in a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. Now your children don't necessarily need to watch or listen to this. You can set the intention that the energy will be cleared for them. And you can do that breathing work for them. So what I like to do when we find those negative or limiting beliefs and where they're stuck is to immediately change those to a positive. So you would say, I am good enough, and I fit in wherever I go. So those are some really good affirmations to get us started with. Okay, so that feels good. The heart's feeling good. We're going to go up to the minor chakras of the eyes. A lot of times energy is stuck there, or children can only see things that these limiting beliefs have let them see. So now that we've changed and released those limiting beliefs, we're going to really open up the eye chakra to a wider vision so that they can see all the good. So we can plug in the affirmation, I see all good. I see the people that like me. I see my place in this school. So just even opening that vision, clearing that chakra, balancing it, helps them to be able to have a clearer vision of what it is they want and being able to see it within their grasp. So that's pretty cool. Okay, it feels like we need to do kind of an energy, an aura fluff. So our aura is this space all around us. It's an energy that goes out quite a way, and it's our space. And so when we fluff up that energy, an easy way that's fun to do with kids is to do roll it and roll it like you do in patty cake, and you start at the bottom of your feet and you go all the way up and over and all the way back down. That's called an aura fluff, and that really helps for that space around them to just be, what's the word, expanded. And it kind of helps them to feel safe too, because they're expanding their own energy so that they feel safe, but it's also kind of, it lightens it up. So if they've kind of felt shrunk in when you have worry and fear, it kind of shrinks in towards you. So it's fluffing it back up. So let's right away let go of fear. So take a deep breath on that. I can feel that fear just stuck right down in the belly and the solar plexus. So we're going to just ask that fear to come up and out and release. We're going to also release tension. We're going to release, the word that's coming to mind is terror. So we're going to release terror. That feels like that's a very generational thing, this terror of going to school and being alone and away from mom and dad. So we're going to release terror. That's a very generational thing. Oh, take a deep breath on that. It also feels like we need to do some work on the timeline. There's a lot of kids where they've had a traumatic experience with school in some way in their learning, or with friends, or with teachers. And so we're just going to go ahead and ask that wherever that is on this timeline for all the people listening to this, that those can be released. So it feels very specific, age 5, which makes a lot of sense. That's like a big stepping stone when you're going to school and going to kindergarten. It can be very traumatic. So I'm getting age 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's just going all the way up. So there's a lot of people that something traumatic has happened at different times, and so we're just going to clear the timeline so that that can be clear. So take a deep breath on that, and we'll just release that from the timeline. Okay. So there's a few more limiting beliefs that are coming up that we're going to clear out, and then I'm going to give you some really good affirmations that I've kind of muscle tested, and they feel like this is what this group needs, okay? So another limiting belief that's coming up is, I'm not smart enough. So this can be very generational. It can happen to so many people. Even just like a student or somebody saying, oh, that drawing's so stupid. People take on that judgment on themselves that I'm not smart, I'm not, and then it kind of starts a pattern of not wanting to even try because they don't feel like it's good enough. So let's go ahead and change that. Let's just say, I am smart. I am a smart boy. I am a smart girl. And let's really let go of perfection. There's so many kids nowadays that feel like they can't do it because it's not perfect. And so if it's not perfect, I'm not going to even start or try. And we're going to plug in that toddler energy of learning to walk, and just keep on trying, and I know I can do this. Toddlers don't give up. They keep trying and trying and trying until they learn to walk. And we're just going to plug in that good energy, that determination that toddlers and babies have when they're learning to walk. We'll plug in that good energy in for these kids. Okay, so last, I just want to give you some affirmations that I really think are going to help your kids. So the first one that came up, because I know a lot of kids struggle with reading, and so this one is, I like and enjoy reading. I read with ease, and I read with fluency. Okay, so we're just going to plug in that new affirmation. We're going to let go of all those limiting and false beliefs that have been in their mind previously. Okay, the next one is, I have a sense of direction. Sometimes kids get so turned around, their polarity gets off when they get in the school, when they get in the energy of other children, and so we're just going to plug that in, that they have a sense of direction. So just take a deep breath, and we'll just plug that in. Sorry, I've got my windows open. Hope you can't hear the traffic going by. I have inner ear balance. You'd be surprised how much, when kids have ear infections or different things, how it can really put them off balance. And when you're balanced in your energy and in your body, you literally can learn better. So we'll plug that one in. The next one is I see all things clearly. So what we were talking about at the first is sometimes our vision is very limited because of limiting beliefs. And so we kind of already plugged that one in where we cleared out the limiting beliefs about only being able to see certain things. And so now that vision is expanded. The next one is my concentration is complete and steady. So I think that's a really good one. I've got a few more here. Teachers love to have me in classes. That's also a good one. Doing that connection with the teachers so that the kids feel safe, so that I am in a safe place is also a really good one. I remember, I understand, and I retain all that I learn in any form. So I think that's also important for kids to feel like, okay, I can retain this information. So what we focus on expands. So listen to things that your kids are saying. So if you hear them saying, I can't ever remember this stuff, it's just too hard, I can't remember it, just gently help them let go of that limiting belief and restate that. Like, it's so easy for me to remember this stuff. And when you see them remembering even one little piece, like on a spelling test, just praise them and then over and over say, look, you remembered that word, you're so awesome, you remembered one more than last time. And it's just those little pieces of encouragement that help recreate those neural pathways that say, I can do it, okay? The next one is, I enjoy being with others when I am learning. So some people, it's very hard to be in an environment where there are a lot of other children. There's so many distractions, and so that's another really good one. I allow others to share their knowledge in class. So sometimes kids get irritated or frustrated because they feel like they're right and that nobody else can be. So letting go of that limiting belief that what I have to say is the only thing that's important. And just allowing others to share and to be able to accept what they're sharing, and that it's okay to be corrected. Okay, the next one is, and this is the last one actually, by letting my light shine, I encourage others to do the same. I think a lot of times when kids get into school, they feel like everyone is outshining them, or they just feel so nervous and scared that their light literally kind of dims down. And so we want to really be able to expand that light in that space so that they feel more empowered is the word. I did want to do a couple other ones I forgot. Let's see. I was testing through uppercase manuscript. Some of the kids were having some blocks on upper manuscript, like upper letters. And so we're going to plug in, just clear any energy around confusion with that. Also with some numbers and math symbols, I did some energy clearing on some of those. So anyway, I hope that helps. I know it will help. And anyway, I wanted to also share that I do individual clearings for people. You don't have to have your kids call and talk to me or anything like that. How it works is you just send me an email. It's only $35 for a session. You send me an email with their name and their age, and then any concerns that you have. So things that you've seen with them, maybe struggling with reading or with attention, or any specific things. And then what my job is I have the gift of being able to really look at their body in my mind's eye and see where the energy is stuck. Maybe a lot of times I can really dial in on what the limiting beliefs are so that we can release those, and then we just plug in those positive affirmations. So what you'll get back from me is an email with everything that I found, what I cleared, what I released, any limiting beliefs that I found, any generational clearing that we did, and then you'll also get that list of affirmations. So now what your part as a parent is just to set that intention that those things were able to clear. I'm able to do this work because of your permission to do it as their parent, but then really focusing on those affirmations with them and talking about them with them, and talking to them about that what they're focusing expands into their life. And really just taking the time when you see specific things to affirm what they are doing and create those new neural pathways. It's absolutely amazing. I've done these sessions for a lot of children, especially my own, and it just makes such a big difference, especially at the start of school, to help clear those pathways, clear the negative and the false beliefs out, and to just balance the energy so that they can have a great year, and just to do those kind of a crisscross connection with their teachers. So I would invite you to sign up with me to do a $35. It's $35 to do a session. So if you go to my website, joyinthemountains.com/school, okay, and if you click on that, that's where you can sign up. It's super easy. You just can pay through PayPal with a credit card, debit card, whatever you want, or from your own PayPal account. And then again, then it's just a quick, there's a place where you can put information about your child's name, information, things that you want to work on. So go ahead and click on that, joyinthemountains.com/school, and sign up for your session. I hope you enjoyed this free session. This is going to make a big difference, but if you really want to zone in for your own child, I would love to help you. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for taking time to listen.